Good morning, everyone. My name is Bob Cohn. I'm delighted to welcome you to the Atlantic's third annual Renewal Summit. Thanks for being here. We're going to have a great morning together. Today's program is the premier event in our Renewal series. That's a project that's taken us across the country over the past 3 years to document and examine the surge of local problem solving that's shaping our nation. One theme we keep encountering: states, cities, and even small towns becoming the new labs of innovation. Perhaps no city better exemplifies this trend than New Orleans, now celebrating its 300th anniversary, and just 12 years after the devastation of Hurricane Katrina, the city is becoming a technology hub. Longtime residents are finding new mission, young workers arrive to the city, and expats are returning. Together, they're rebuilding New Orleans and are dreaming up new ways to ensure that everyone benefits from economic growth. So we're gathered today to hear the stories of renewal that are taking place here in this community and across our country, and to discuss what national leaders can learn from local leaders about, getting things done. I'm delighted to say that among our speakers is the mayor of this city, Mitch Landrieu, who just this morning was named the winner of the Kennedy Profile and Courage Award. He'll be up later with my colleague, Atlantic Senior Editor Ron Brownstein. We'll also unveil the winners and the runners-up of this year's Renewal Awards, 10 organizations that are making great strides in their communities. Our judges selected these winners from more than 3,000 entries nationwide. It was a huge task, and they say incredibly gratifying and humbling. We're going to talk more about the awards and hear from the winners also later this morning. First, I want to thank our partner, Allstate, for making possible this event and the Renewal Awards. We at the Atlantic are grateful to Allstate for its collaboration and support over many, many years, and for its vision to celebrate the inspiring acts of renewal that are taking place across the country. Now, before we get started, I mentioned that the Atlantic has been traveling across the country along with Allstate to talk about American renewal. We started 2017 in Washington, D.C. at our second annual Renewal Summit, the event just like this one today, and then we went on to Pittsburgh and Seattle. We heard firsthand about fresh ideas that are being hatched in these cities and how those ideas are changing life on the ground. So I want to take a quick look at some of these highlights from our 2017 Renewal Series.
When our economy tanked, there was no federal bailout for us. We did what Pittsburghers know how to do. We rolled up our sleeves, we went to work, and we solved it.
For the first time in Seattle's history, whether you build a commercial building or a multifamily building like an apartment building, you must contribute to affordable housing.
My name is Zach Swingle. I'm a fishmonger here at the world-famous Pike Place Fish Market. The market's great, it's home, it's family. Wouldn't want it any other way.
Cities are the center of innovation. They are laboratories for how we face the 21st century, how we solve the energy crisis, how we work on climate change, how we make sure that people are included, how we work on public safety.
If you look at historically where people have been able to move from a lower income class to much higher income class, those places are now too expensive for most people to actually afford. And that's a real problem.
When folks get here and they don't see the diversity, they don't see the culture, they stay for a couple of years and leave. So that's a very, very critical piece that we need to address, because absent that, that's going to stifle our growth.
We've got to fight for the people of our community and do what's right for the people of our community. We can't give in.
All right, so we've learned a lot on these visits, and we really look forward to our travels this year, beginning today in this great city. And now, a few practical notes before we get started. Please silence your cell phones, but don't put them away. We'd love for you to join the conversation on social media. We're on Twitter at Atlantic Live, that's one word, and the hashtag is Renewal Awards. We also want you to be part of the conversation here in the room. We'll have time for questions after each session, so please don't be shy and have a question. At the end of our program, we invite you to stay for lunch beginning at noon to celebrate and talk with our Renewal Awards winners. So please stick around for that.